This image is from the 9th of April, and for reasons I can't remember, I decided to write the word sexy on the back. And so I find it quite funny that it's like mostly green, which is fertility, and a little bit of yellow, which is light, I guess. But there's essentially a frog sat on top of some sort of something on the left here, and then a flower on the right. So instead of the birds and the bees, we've got the frogs and the flowers. And I guess there's something to do with the lotus reference there. And apparently the frog was a symbol of fertility, and the female counterpart of Khnum was Hecate, and associated with the flooding of the Nile. She became associated with the last stages of childbirth and breathing like the breath of life into the newborn. And there's actually a face just below the frog, which could be the face of Hecate or Hecate, which I think is the Greek version, who became associated with witchcraft. So witchcraft is sexy. So there's our frog from the back, and you can see the face there with that long chin. I think is there the idea of like shapeshifting and transformation there, perhaps. There's also some squiggle symbols in this sort of leaf that it's sat on. So I think that could refer to like the lotus leaf. And then there's an association with night and day, isn't there? Because I think the lotus flower opens up in the morning and closes in the afternoon. There's just a closer view on those squiggles, although I mean, it kind of looks like two E's next to each other in a way, but one's attached to this other thing that looks a bit like, ends up looking like a duck. I guess that rhymes with luck. So then perhaps this is the idea of the open lotus flower, which I'm seeing lots of yellow in there, lots of light. It also reminds me a bit of fire. So I think there's an association there with the orgasm, and I guess some connection to like some life-giving force or generative power of that, both male and female. In the bottom part, on the right-hand side, I can see here in yellow the letter J, possibly a figure above that. That's not quite human, more like a teddy with like a halo. J would be a cobra, which would link with the Uraeus and the idea of royalty, and therefore also divinity, because they were connected. So that was a fun experiment. Never know where these things are going to end up. Looks fun. I just have to go and find myself a little pond. Thanks for listening.